Hello and welcome everyone to another exciting edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Doris Burke. And we've got David Aldridge on the sideline. It's the Miami Heat facing the Indiana Pacers. And the Pacers start off with the ball. All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Haslam's out there with LeBron James. Then there's Chris Bosh. Then there's Chalmers. And it's Wade in at the 2 spot. So the Indiana Pacers able to put the first points up on the board. The feed to Chalmers. Fires from deep. Sinks the triple. Chalmers has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter.
West gets the bucket.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
And that's not the type of defense you want to play, right? You've got to make it more difficult than that. Layups are too easy.
Now, here's Chalmers. And the pass to Bosh. And he uses the glass on the layup. Bosh has got his first basket.
A guy who converts well at the rim, you like to see the aggression there.
Really doesn't get any easier than that. The defense didn't look too interested in stopping him.
A nice shot by George.
A steady screen set on that play, and the defense disappears. Nice communication between teammates to make that play work.
Here's Wade. And the shot is long.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You know, that's okay, I think. Even though they miss, they still have to be happy with the shot selection.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Outside Hill. Hibbert with the screen. And the basket by Hill.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
Not a fast start here for the Heat. 6-point game. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Eric Spoelstra gave me a few minutes to catch up. It's the first matchup of the season against this team, and he knows that they have great shot blocking. But he did say we've got to remain aggressive and continue to attack. Put the bigs in high pick-and-roll situations and shoot the jumper with confidence. They feel that's the key, Kevin.
That's great, David. Thanks. With the kind of tough D they're facing today, he's hoping they can get off to a quick start.
And it's essential. When you're facing a strong defensive team, the last thing you can afford to do is fall behind early.
Agreed, Greg, because you're not going to mount a comeback against these guys. A strong first half is absolutely essential if they're going to win this thing.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And Chalmers kicks to LeBron. Feeds it to Wade. Bosh, the screen. Off the screen, and it's blocked by Stevenson. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. Shot clock at 6.
And the offense early on limited to just jump shots.
Down low, here's Hibbert. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
James dishes to Wade. Over Stevenson. Another miss by Wade.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but it's not helping his team. That was an awful quarter.
And the basket by Hill.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Well, I mean, he needs to talk to his guys. The interior defense has been horrific.
Absolutely no rim protection whatsoever. At this point, the other team is walking all over them on the inside.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Rahimi's checked in for Hibbert. Scola comes in for David West. And it's Watson in for George Hill. Now here's Bosh over Mahimi. Again, the miss by the Heat.
Boy, terrific defense to impact the shot, not giving him any space at all.
That one falls.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Here's Cole. Allen outside. Miller outside. He dishes it to Bosch. Yes, that goes in. Bosch has got 6.
You know, I like how he's getting involved in the offense. He's picking his spots and making his shot attempts count.
Mahimi a screen. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
No, exactly right. You can't afford to get complacent, right? They have to stay hungry and humble if they want to keep this lead.
Allen passes to Bosch. Shoots from the elbow. Lance Stevenson grabs the board.
Boy, I'll tell you, he has plenty of space, but it looked like a little bit of a hitch in that release.
The shot by George, no good.
That's as good a look as he's going to get beyond the arc, but there are no sure things from that range, even for him.
Allen kicks to Cole. Back to Allen from downtown. No good that time. Pacers leading by 12. Here's Stevenson. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
That's his first personal foul.
23 seconds left to play here in the first. Bosch, the screen. And Cole kicks to Allen. Pass to Battier. 5 to shoot. They get it back. Bosch, an easy 2 points on the layup. 8 points for him.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Here's George. That's short off the rim. And so it's Indiana enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking pace. The Heat trail by 12. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. We've got Allen. Chris Bosch is out there with Shane Battier. Then it's Miller, and it's Cole in at the 1 spot. Bosch a screen on Stevenson. Free throw line jump shot. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Cole's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Heat. Outside Hill. Inside. Hibbert kicks to Hill. Doubled by Bosch. Back to Hibbert. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
So close to getting the steal there, but the deflection equally as effective.
Right. I mean, that's solid defense. At the very least, you like seeing them muck it up and make things difficult.
Out to West. Nobody near Stevenson. The shot's good on the assist by West. And that's now 7 points for Lance Stevenson. The Heat trail by 13. Allen outside. Back to Cole. Bosch, the screen. Over in the corner, Allen. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Stevenson dishes to West. Allen inside the three-point line. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Here's Stevenson. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Timeout called, the Heat.
Yeah, it looked like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Yeah, maybe a new approach, because what they're doing is not working. You're going to have to alter some things on the offensive end.
And a new group in for the Heat. Udonis Haslem. He's checked in for Bosch. LeBron comes in for Shane Battier. Wayne Wade's checked in for Allen. And it's Chalmers in for Cole. Haslam a screen on Hibbert. LeBron passes to Haslam. And he comes up with the deuce.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
West a screen on LeBron. Hill kicks it to West. Nobody near George. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Wade kicks to James. Over Hibbert. James, no good.
Yeah, bad shot there. The trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
I'm not sure why he doesn't continue to move the basketball. Would have served that team much better.
George against Miller. And it's Wade with the rebound. The Heat trail by 16. Out to the right wing. Chalmers dishes to Haslam. Haslam a screen from deep LeBron. That's good, and so Chalmers with the assist. James has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Picked by West. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Right, the effort could have been so much better. You've got to be willing to fight through that screen. There's no question about it.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Mahimi's checked in for Hibbert. Scola comes in for West. And it's Watson in for Lance Stevenson. And Chalmers kicks to Wade. And the layup falls. Wade's got his first points of the night.
Well, this is a guy who understands his role in their offense, right? And they know exactly how to use him.
Scola, a screen on LeBron. Here's Hill. Kicks it to Scola. Good D by James.
Now, that's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
No, exactly, Greg. Especially when the ball is that deep inside. You've got to respect how he altered that shot.
Doris, the league would prefer that players stay in college a minimum of 2 years before entering the draft. Others have countered with straight out of high school in that approach. Which way do you lean?
I would say I would lean to allow these young men, if they're prepared and have the talent and ability to go straight from high school to the league, they should have that opportunity. We don't put restrictions on any other field of endeavor. If you're a great musician, you can go to New York City and make a living in an orchestra on Broadway. To me, if you're capable, you should be allowed the opportunity. This is America. We are a land of opportunity.
And it's Wade in the corner. Miller against George. Paul George with the steal. And then George with the jam.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Good work there as it goes.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Watson, the pass to Scola. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
For Indiana, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. The free throw drops for Scola. Allen's checked in for Miller. And so Luis Scola nails both of them. And the Heat call time here.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
I think sometimes that's all it takes, right? We'll see if it helps them moving forward in this one.
1:30 left here in the second. The Heat trail by 14. Now Wade with some arc, and the rejection by Mahimi.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one. Getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Boy, just a step quicker than the defense, really, catching them off guard and capitalizing well.
Wade with it. 59 seconds left in the first half. Over Watson. And it's Wade again missing.
Boy, he hasn't given them much of anything tonight. He's got to look for his own shot a little less and keep the ball moving.
Watson's shot is good.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Right, really a disappointing effort on the defensive end, not offering any challenge at all at the cup. I'll tell you, his touch has been off all day, and now his judgment is starting to go by the wayside as well. That's a poor shot.
Here's George. Count it. George has got 16.
Keeping the pressure on and starting to pad this lead around the halfway point.
Yeah, seems like they're starting to pull away a bit right now. They just look a little faster and a little hungrier than the opposition right now.
James against Scola. Wade outside. 6 to shoot. To halt the run. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Here's George. And it's George finishing it off.
The offense is running well, but more importantly, they're taking the shots they know they can make.
Well, they haven't had to force anything. They're simply moving the ball